Welcome back to the Rookie Show Football Review. We just talked briefly. We talked about the Cowboy Eagle game. Really, not much to be said. Credit to the Cowboys. They came to play. Defense played phenomenal, but there's tons of problems with the Eagles. Cedric Thornton's out. Kiko Alonso out. Michael Kendricks, maybe. That's the status on defense, injury-wise, for the Eagles. I want to close, and we also talked other stuff around the NFL about some teams. Cardinals are really good right now. Seattle's struggling. No Cam Chancellor. He's holding out. Jets are improved, and they get the Eagles this week, and it's going to be a test for the Eagles. And some other teams we talked about. I do want to end the videos on this. You're taught at a young age when you first start about you want sportsmanship. It's a big thing nowadays. It's talked about high school. High school, it's really big. Be sportsman. Blah blah blah. Really emphasized. There's one sport that is really sportsmanship, quote unquote, etiquette is showcased and taken really seriously, and it is the game of golf. It's a sacred game. You notice it's quiet on every shot pretty much, except when you're in Arizona at TPC Scottsdale Super Bowl week, especially on that hole 16, the par 3 party atmosphere. But other than that, it's quiet. It's got to be quiet on every shot, especially on putts. But then there's a big event that pretty much everybody knows, the Ryder Cup. The Americans against Europe. It's taken seriously. There's been controversy back in '99 when the Americans celebrated at Brookline in Massachusetts when Justin Leonard made that big putt and won. And the Europeans got all huffy and stuff. There was an incident Sunday in Germany, in a very similar fashion, but it's the women's version of the Ryder Cup. They call it the Solheim Cup, American against Europe. They were ending the Saturday session on Sunday morning because of weather, darkness, whatever you want to call it. So they finished the 4-ball Sunday morning. There was on hole 17. I saw the video and everything. An American, I believe her name's Amy Lee. Her partner was Brittany Lincecum, and she had a birdie putt. I'd have to say about 10, 15 feet. She makes it. They win the hole. She misses. It's a half. The Americans were down. They were down 3 at that point. And 3 point going into the 18th. They ended up. What happened? They ended up down 4, and that's a huge lead going into singles because the Americans would have to win the majority of the singles matches. But anyway, she missed it, and she had about a foot to maybe 2 feet. And normally, like if you're playing with a buddy, you may give him that putt. You may say you concede that putt. That's a sportsmanship. That's to move play along when you're out in your public course or country club playing with your buddies. A foot to 2 foot, you'll concede that. It's pretty much a makeable. Give you put 99.9% of the time you'll make that putt. On the video, it shows the two European players walking off the green going to the next hole. So Lee, the American, and I think any of us that would be in that situation would think, all right, they're giving me in that putt. So she picks up her ball. Suzanne Pedersen from the European squad comes back and says, no, I did not concede that putt. So then their official that's with there got together. They gave the hole to Europe, saying that there was no concession and that she had, and they could have agreed, and made her re-drop the ball and finish out the hole, but they didn't. And pretty much everybody that was there, except for Brandel Chambly on Golf Channel, everybody pretty much said that was Bush League of Suzanne Pedersen, because you had the other golfer from Europe balling, and the putter from the U.S. who was in her first Solheim Cup, Ryder Cup match, she's crying because of this sportsmanship thing. I saw that video, and to me that's pretty bad. Pretty much a gimme putt, and you walk off the hole, like that. To me, you conceded that hole, because if you didn't concede that hole, you would have stayed there and said, and you would have exactly told her, finish the putt. But no, you're way on the other side of the green, going to the other hole, and then you tell the official, "Oh, I didn't concede." Well, that's not right. And where was Annika Sorenstam, who's supposed to be the goddess of women's golf? She was one of the assistant captains. Why didn't she step in and say, "Hey, our girl walked off the green. We concede that putt." But Brandel Chambly said that he blames Julie Inkster for not saying anything. Why should Julie Inkster say something when it's the European responsibility to say concession or not? There's action by walking off the green, and if you go on the Golf Channel and look for that video, you'll clearly see them two European players walking off the green. And if you ever playing golf or watch golf, and watch these kind of matches, you would know the Europeans conceded that hole, and they didn't. So in whatever, and you could carry this over to any sport. You see, sportsmanship is a serious matter, and you don't see it much. It's a rarity that you see sportsmanship take place. You do see it, other players picking an opponent up off the ground or whatever. You'll see it once in a while. But you can learn something from it. You want to go by the rules, but there's a time and a place for, like, and especially in golf on a really short putt. If you want to speed, and they always on the Pro Tour, they always complain about pace of play. Well, there's some common sense. If you're gonna concede, be there, right there, and say, she's got to putt it out, because if you walk off, it's a concession in my book. So just go on Golf Channel and golfchannel.com and check that out, and let me know what you think on that, and on sportsmanship. You can leave a message on my Facebook page, Low Record Sports. And this is a good debate here about sportsmanship, and you can say that on any sport: football, baseball, basketball. on sportsmanship. What you think, if it's really important, and that the kids, they do need to learn about sportsmanship in their sport or whatever. Something to think about. So we're gonna end it. We'll try and do a video Thursday. We'll do like a preview of the college and pro games of the week. Maybe we'll talk some high school, give a high school football preview or something Thursday, and then hopefully Friday I can actually do. I'm up to it and feeling decent after games, that I can do these football review videos right off the bat. So again, thanks for checking them out, watching the videos. I appreciate it. If you didn't like it, or if you didn't support me and like it, I wouldn't be doing it. I want to thank Jimmy Chichios for again for giving me the idea to do it, thinking that I'd be good at it, and I think I'm with the resources that I have, the equipment. I think I'm doing all right. Would like to have more room. Actually, do a thing like this live. That would be pretty cool to do live, and take like actual calls and like a regular show would. But again, thank you for the support. Thank you for watching and checking them out. But if you feel want to leave a comment or something, feel free. Keep it adult like. No cursing and swearing and all that. I will delete the comment. So again, thanks, and we'll see you hopefully Thursday night. This is the Low Worker Show, Low Worker Network. Have a good evening.